The Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting was this past weekend, and one of the topics that came up was Warren Buffett's stance on Taiwan Semiconductor. For those who don't know, back in the fall of last year, he built up a decent position in the company, but then sold most, if not all, of his shares just due to the U.S. China relationships dwindling due to Taiwan. I believe China wants to take Taiwan again, but the U.S. is saying they will defend Taiwan by any means necessary. So let's listen in.
Bellany, Berkshire bought a substantial position in Taiwan Semiconductor and, contrary to its normal holding timeline, sold almost the entire position within a few short months. While you cited in a CNBC interview that geopolitical issues were the catalyst, these issues were seemingly no different when you acquired that stock. So what else, if anything, changed in those few months and prompted the firm to offload close to $5 billion worth of Taiwan Semiconductor shares?
Taiwan Semiconductor is one of the best managed companies and important companies in the world. And there is not, and I think you'll be able to say the same thing 5 or 10 or 20 years from now. I don't like its location, and I've reevaluated that. I mean, I don't think it should be any place but Taiwan, although they will be obviously opening up chip capacity in this country. And actually, one of our subsidiaries that we got in Allegheny is participating in their Arizona construction activities. But it's a question of, we would rather have the same kind of company, and there's nobody in the chip company, there's no in the chip industry that's in their league in our bit, at least in my view. And the man that was a 91-year-old or so that connected with it, that I think I played bridge with, and in Albuquerque, and marvelous people, marvelous company. But I'd rather find a marvelous people, and I won't find it in the chip industry, but marvelous people and marvelous competitive position and everything. I'd rather find it in the United States. I feel better about the capital that we've got deployed in Japan than in Taiwan. I wish it weren't so, but I think that's a reality, and I've reevaluated that in the light of certain things that were going on. Charlie?
Well, my view is that Warren ought to feel.
Well, one thing to note why Taiwan Semiconductor is so important. They account for 15 billion, or around 20% of the global semiconductor industry. The other thing to note is that they're the only company, I believe, that makes the 0.6 nanometer wafer chip, and they are responsible for producing, over 80-90% of the world's highly integrated circuits. So that one little company in that one little country really controls the world's advancements, because everything uses a chip, everything. But they announced that they are building a facility in the U.S., so that's very helpful. All right, so let's look at this. This must have been a chart I did some time ago. All right, this monthly zone did not hold. All right, so I'm going to take that off. We can see that the price did come down to 60, which was previously resistance, now serves as support. That was a nice area to go long. You have resistance here at 110. Alright, I'm going to take this target off for the time being. Looks like you had a weekly or monthly sellers level. Price did breach it, but didn't close above it, so still valid. Let's go down to the weekly chart. You had support, which was now serving as resistance. So that was a beautiful setup. Alright, this must have been a level here on the daily. So wick over wick. Look at that nice gap higher. Alright, so let's just... This level already played out, so... Alright, let's go down to the daily chart. Oops. Oh, look at that. Another gap up. Another gap up. Yep, that worked out beautiful. Which is why this level worked out as well. Alright, gap up. Took out resistance to the left. Comes back. And now you are getting a reaction. However, momentum is to the downside. So this level may or may not be short-lived. Let's see. Nevertheless, it was good for a 1-to-1. I like to go for at least 3-to-1s, but ideally 5-to-1s is what I'm looking for, in case I need to close the trade at 3-to-1. All right. So the question is, what's the setup? Well, this level's still good. Price did penetrate the level roughly 50%, so there might be some remaining unfilled buy orders down below this level. Just want to pull back to the... You have to be careful though, because on the weekly chart, you did make a lower high and a lower low. All right, so that pullback could be setting up for just another lower high before making another lower low. Again, if this was a football field, best level to get short was up at the $95 level, and the other end zone would have been down at the $60 level. So you're kind of in the, I guess, the higher half of the football field, so where price is expensive. So if it was me, I would not do anything at this time. I would wait to see if price is going to breach this daily bias level, pull back, and then take a short. But that's just me. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.